Hi, Calvin Anderson. This time I'm here to talk to you about relationships. Relationships are deep, and there are people out there who are literally throwing themselves at people because they're unhappy at home. There's people in marriages that are unhappy. There's single people who are unhappy. There's people who lost their significant other due to death that are unhappy. But I'm here to tell you and to warn you, if your self-esteem is low and you're willing to throw yourself on somebody just because you're lonely and because you haven't found your purpose and your self-worth, what you're doing to yourself, you're going to end up hurting yourself. Now, I was having a discussion with my boys, and we were discussing relationships. And they were taken back because I told them, I said, you know what? I said, I will not get intimate with a woman unless I was mentally into her. I said, because I believe when you're intimate with somebody and that you have that closeness and you're interacting with your bodily fluids, I believe that's something that's sacred between the man and the woman. So if the woman or the man are running around, they have other partners, they're bringing their bodily fluids to you. So you should know the person before you leap into the physical part of the relationship. Because so many men who don't even know, not only, is it unsanitary because you can catch diseases and so forth, but sometimes you can have something and give it to the woman and you won't even know it. That woman ends up have to get a hysterectomy because you were running around with all these multiple partners. And the same thing for women. The women can do the same thing because if the woman has multiple partners, okay, she can affect you with whatever those people have. So it's good to vet the person that you meet when you get into a relationship. It's good to vet them mentally so that you know who they are, where they come from. I don't care how lonely you are, because the relationship is not going to work if you're solely going into the relationship because you're lonely and it's off the rebound because somebody passed away or you broke up or you're not happy in your marriage. You have to think before you leap. Because psychologically, if that person turns out to be wrong, it's going to ruin you. It's going to ruin your self-esteem because you're going to say, wow, I gave up myself and this person was no good. Well, you did it to yourself. Because ain't nobody proud with no legs open. Okay? You have to have pride in yourself. You have to think of yourself as a queen. Okay? When you meet a man, you have to think of yourself as a queen because, you have to say, if you're going to get some of this, you're going to have to show me who you are. Now, sometimes people who are upset in relationships, they're all over the place. They don't know what they want to do. Okay? And sometimes they might have multiple partners because they feel that that's making them feel better. It's not making you feel better, okay, because you're giving up something personal that's yours. Now, the reason I'm telling you this, because I know there's a lot of people out there hurting, that have been in a relationship, they got hurt, they might have found their man was cheating on them, or they might have found a woman was cheating on them, and they're hurt. But that doesn't mean that you should sacrifice your dignity and who you are because you don't have a partner. So, start loving yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and turn around and say, you know what? What's wrong with me loving myself? What's wrong with me loving me? Because once you start loving yourself and when you meet that person, you're going to be so strong and you're going to be able to see through that person. You're going to be able to see that person is no good for you. And you're going to say, no, I don't want to do this because I don't want my life to go back into that ditch again. Okay, so start loving yourself. Find your purpose. Find your self-worth. And do something constructive to keep yourself busy so that you're not being manipulated. And you say, oh, he just wanted me because he wanted to have sex. Or she just wanted me because she wanted to have sex. When you get involved with someone, it's supposed to be a deep mental connection. And if you don't have that deep mental connection, then maybe you're with the wrong person. Because if it's not a deep mental connection, I guarantee you that person that you feel that you're having that relationship is with someone else. Now, I tell the fellas that you cannot watch a woman 24/7. You can't. You know what I mean? And they looked at me, I said, I don't believe in that. I said, I believe a woman should have her freedom to be able to go and do whatever she wants to do. Because you know what? You can't, they don't have a device where you can measure and say, oh, you was with somebody. So you have to have that trust. And women, you have to have that trust too. Because if you don't have that trust in that person that you're meeting, there's no sense of having a relationship. I'm just being real with you. Okay? I'm just being real with you because you have potential. You have self-worth. You have purpose. And by you dealing with your purpose and your self-worth, it's going to make you a stronger queen. It's going to make you a stronger king. Okay? So start loving yourself first. Get all the things that you want to do in life. Love yourself. And when you turn around in the mirror and look at yourself, you say, you know what? I love myself. And guess what? That right person is going to be right in front of you and you're going to know what to do. Okay? So start loving yourself. Stop jumping into these relationships so fast. Okay? Or if you're meeting that person on Facebook or out on the street, take your time. Don't be so desperate. Life is too short. Start loving yourself. Word is bond. What I'm telling you is so true and so deep. Put this into your mental psyche, okay? Because you should have mental telepathy when you feel you're in love with somebody. It should be telegraphic to you into your mind that this person really loves me. If you don't have it like that, that person doesn't love you. Okay? That person is just there to get your clothes off, get your money, use you, and abuse you. But you're allowing it because your self-esteem is so low. You're like, use me up. Walk over me like a doormat. You know what? You're not a doormat. You're a special person. There's somebody out there that thinks they're a doormat or they've been used and abused. There's a young lady out there right now that I'm talking to. Somebody hurt you and you feel useless. Don't feel useless. Get up off of the ground. Build yourself back up. Build your self-esteem up. There's a man out there that feels useless. He feels like he got involved with the wrong woman. Pick yourself back up. Okay? Be the rock that you are. I'm just bringing it to you raw. Okay? Now, have a nice weekend. You can take my advice, or you can go out there and be a doormat. But I don't want you to be a doormat. I want to build up your self-esteem. Okay? Find your purpose. Find your self-worth. Find who you really are before you get into a relationship. Calvin Anderson, keeping it real. Take care.